everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Radium Girls. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Valerie.
And today we're bringing you a story from our great home state of Texas. So this story, I grew up on this story. It's a legend that's been told for however many years, we'll find out. But
do I know this story?
Huh?
Do I know this story?
I don't remember. I don't think you do. I think I asked you and you were like, what?
Oh.
Well, I guess we'll find out if you know the story or not. I know my family will know this story.
Okay.
But it's just an interesting little story that happened in San Antonio, Texas. And getting all spooky in here again.
Oh.
Little ghost story for you.
We need the spooky music?
We need some spooky music.
Oh. We could have turned down the lights for this one.
Right.
So now it's going to be spooky.
Just a little bit.
It's a little spooky.
It's kind of sad, but
Aww.
yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay. If you're ever in Central Texas, you might consider driving a little further down, just south of San Antonio.
That was the spirits.
Oh, hell no. Man. Near the San Juan Mission, you'll find the intersection of Villa Main and Shane. It is there, right on Shane Road, where the haunted railroad tracks lay. This intersection, stained with tales of blood, has become a notorious urban legend for San Antonio locals. I haven't heard this. I haven't heard this.
Mm.
The story always revolves around a tragic... Oh. Y'all better go away. Power of Christ compels you. It worked the other night.
They scared the hell out of me in Zelda.
Great. You probably got some squirrels in there.
That could be. I don't know because
there's squirrels. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have to send you a picture next time I go in the attic of what it looks like up there because I don't know if it's squirrels.
What does it look like in there?
Well, it's like that fluffy snow type insulation.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's snowy, you can't hear a squirrel walk in snow, can you? I mean, well, the crunch of it, but...
Rat? Maybe they are down inside.
Maybe. My bet's still on the ghost.
Don't. They like the story?
Yeah.
The story always revolves around a tragic school bus accident in which several students were killed. The ghosts of these children... What's that, Shadow? Yeah. Sir, you can go in there if you want.
Yeah, you sit every time.
I swear. Oh, I'm not even talking in my microphone.
Well, I couldn't tell, you know. Couldn't hear you either way.
How long was that like that?
Okay. Can you reread your whole section?
I'm just... Probably. I'm gonna stop that one. If you're ever in Central Texas, you might consider driving a little further down, just south of San Antonio. What was that?
Was that not you?
No.
Really?
I ain't touched nothing, girl. Was it her?
It was you.
There's too many freaky shit going in here. I'm about to leave.
I'm about to leave.
I'm about to leave.
I swore that was you.
I ain't touching nothing.
I didn't either. I was back here.
I'm touching my foot. And
Shadow's being still. She's not near anything. It's a ghost.
Man. Near the San Juan Mission, you'll find the intersection of Villa Main and Shane. It is there, right on Shane Road, where the haunted railroad tracks lay. This intersection, stained with tales of blood, has become a notorious urban legend for San Antonio locals. The story always revolves around a tragic... I swear I keep hearing shit. The story always revolves around a tragic school bus accident in which several students were killed. What are you looking at?
She's trying to nest and she's taking forever.
Oh. The ghosts of these children never crossed over and remain on the railroad tracks to this day. This legend has captivated people from across the country, inspiring them to make the journey to the deadly intersection to experience the paranormal activity personally.
Maybe I'll go like this so I can hear you.
That's what I just did too.
On both ears or the one ear?
Both, because I'm trying to listen for ghosts. This legend has captivated people from across the country, inspiring them to make the journey to the deadly intersection to experience the paranormal activity personally. How famous are the South Side's legendary ghost tracks? Google Maps identifies the location with these words: haunted railroad tracks.
It's actually really cool. You should look it up. One telling of the legend takes place during the 1930s or 40s. According to this variation, a bus carrying students home from school was headed towards the intersection. When it came to the railroad tracks, the bus stalled out. The bus driver then noticed a train barreling down on them, and the driver rushed to get the children off the bus. But there wasn't enough time, and the train crashed into the bus, killing 10 of the students and the bus driver as well. The more detailed version begins much in the same way. In the late 30s or early 40s, on an especially dark evening, a nun was driving a school bus filled with children home after a field trip. They were heading down Shane Road, but when approaching the railroad crossing, the bus abruptly stalled out on the tracks. Most of the students were sleeping, so she was quietly attempting to start the engine back up. It was then that a train emerged, seemingly out of nowhere. As its headlamp was burnt out, it offered no warning of its impending arrival. It was too late to evacuate the children, as the train was moving too fast. The nun, desperately and frantically, turned the key, making one last attempt to restart the bus, just as the train smashed through the bus, cutting it in half. The nun was thrown through the windshield, but miraculously survived. The young children were not as fortunate. They were all killed instantly.
A few weeks later, the nun, guilt-ridden and heartbroken, returned to the site of the accident. She was unable to continue on and thus decided to end her life. She parked her car on the tracks and sat there waiting for the next train to come. Later, when a train came into sight, speeding down towards her, in the same way as that tragic night, the nun began to hear familiar voices. Then her car began to move forward as if it was being pushed from behind. The nun's car was rolled to safety, just as a train roared by. In disbelief, the nun got out of the car and began looking around, expecting to find a good Samaritan. There was not a soul around. She looked back at her car and noticed children-sized handprints on the back of her trunk. Aww. Mm-hmm. It was then she realized that the ghosts of her students have saved her life. The nun was then blessed with a newfound purpose in life, and she opened a school for orphans. She taught there till the day she died. Oh, that's sweet. It is said that to this day, if anyone parks their car on or near the railroad tracks at Shane Road, ghostly children will push the vehicle to safety, as they are determined to make sure that no one meets the same gruesome fate that they suffered. This legend has grown so much over the years that tourists travel from all over the country so that they may bear witness to this phenomenon. Some will sprinkle baby powder on the back end of their car so that they can see handprints easier after their vehicle is pushed off the tracks. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to butcher her last name, so please forgive me. Brenda Pacheco did the baby powder test. I was so excited. I got out to check the back of my car, and there were tiny handprints, plain and clear and so tiny. The prints were so perfect, you could see the lines of the palms and the swirls of the fingerprints.
Oh, freaky. Mm-hmm. Be taking some DNA.
Yeah. Take the fingerprints to get them tested. Another person's encounter at the railroad tracks. I know many dispute the legend of the railroad track ghosts. However, I was witness to a very indisputable event there in my late teens, early 20s. She goes on to recall her experience at the railroad tracks. I once went over in my convertible with a new parakeet in the car. The bird had been chirping happily until we staged the vehicle for the tracks, when suddenly his chirping was completely silenced. It wasn't until we left the area that he began to chirp again. Curious by her bird's reaction, she decided to try the baby powder legend out for herself. I used the baby powder on my car. I had multiple small handprints, but these handprints did not belong to me, and I had no children anywhere around my car previously, and was extremely meticulous about the appearance of my car. She then points out, when one washes their car with dish soap, oils from hands are removed so no prints will remain. Many locals have made claims that they say that you can hear the rumbling sounds of a train nearing, the steam whistle howling, and the screeching of wheels as if the train is grinding to a halt, but nothing ever appears. Nothing is there at all except for the haunting chill of the night.
A popular story locals will tell you occurred not long after the horrific crash. It involves a woman who was driving down Shane Road late one night. As she approached the railroad crossing, she saw a little girl standing all alone on the side of the road.
You're gonna get scared by this story.
Oh, no.
Or it's gonna freak you out. Black-eyed children.
Oh, no. She immediately stopped, pulled over, and offered the girl a ride home. Once they arrived at the girl's house, the girl was hesitant to leave the vehicle and head inside.
I'm so sorry. You kept saying the girl was hesitant. It says child.
Whoa.
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 It's okay either way, but
Brandella.
you repeated it like 2 or 3 times.
I Mandela to myself. Yeah. I can't.
I kept looking over and I was like, that does say child, right? Yeah, this says child. That's why I started yawning, because I was trying not to laugh, and I think that just made it worse.
The woman assumed that the girl must have run away from home after a fight with her parents, so she told the girl that she would speak to her mother. When the woman got out of the car, she looked back to give the girl a reassuring smile, but she had vanished. The woman quickly reopened her car door, but no one was there. However, the seatbelt was still fastened. She was in the car. Okay, so first of all, I ain't picking up no child on the side of the road. I'll call 911.
Yeah, no way.
Mm-mm. Another eerie account took place one weekend when a girl and a couple of friends made the trip to San Antonio to see the haunted railroad tracks. The girl took numerous pictures and emailed them to her mother. The mother was shocked to discover that in one of the photos there appeared to be a ghost of a little girl. A ghost of a little girl holding onto her teddy bear. The truth had been debated in San Antonio, with both residents and law enforcement officials wary of the legend. There had been countless reports of cars appearing to move on their own with mysterious childlike prints showing up on vehicles afterward. Some have also allegedly heard the voices and laughter of children while at the railroad tracks.
However, despite these stories, there are no records of any accidents ever occurring on the railroad tracks in San Antonio.
Ever.
None.
They're just legends.
They're just legends. Some believe the legend was inspired by another fatal accident that happened on December 1st of the year 1938, far away in Salt Lake City, Utah. The city was dealing with blizzard conditions, and a school bus carrying over 20 students aging from 12 to 18 was attempting to bring the kids home safe when the bus stalled out on the railroad tracks just as a 50-car freight train came hurtling their way. The aftermath was grisly, with every soul on the bus left dead. So, despite there being no record of this ever happening, it still could have happened. It still could have happened, and they just didn't take record of it.
Yeah. I mean, we've had stuff like that happen around here. I feel like you always hear about a bus getting hit by a train.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what's really cool is you can search in maps for the haunted train track San Antonio, and it'll bring up the location, of course, the directions from there. But if you're interested in going to the ghost tracks, the address is 2902 Shane Road, San Antonio, Texas.
That's interesting.
Have you ever heard the story?
I'm just like, I wonder like how true it is. They will handprints on your car. That would be freaky.
I've always wanted to go try it. Always.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Pretty sure my mom's always wanted to go to. Like my family, probably all my family.
I don't want to stay on a railroad track.
Well, I don't know if I could pretend to stall out on it. I would do it in front of it or like before or after it. I don't think I could do it because my grandma was hit by a train.
Yeah.
Was killed by a train. So I couldn't do it.
I wonder if it's like still in commission or whatever, the railroad tracks.
I think they are. I did read that they like shut that road down and shut those tracks, like that whole thing down.
Yeah,
because they were redoing. Well, they were redoing something down there.
People.
No. It had nothing to do with that.
Oh my god! They're like, we don't care.
Yeah, no, it didn't have anything to do with that. But I think they were like redoing some roads down there, or they were making it instead of like a one-way railroad track. They were putting another set of rails so it could go both ways and not have to wait I think that's what were doing several years ago. So it's still in commission.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We have this place near Southeast Texas where we live that we went. It's supposed to be like this haunted road. You go there at night and there's like people or kids or something holding like a lantern or something like that, and you're supposed to like see the light. And I know we did that one time, and I swear I saw a light, but then I was scared, so I don't know. Mm-hmm. But like, I want all these things like that are like, kind of cool though.
Oh yeah, there's so many roads back home where I'm from that. Yeah, my dad would take us down some, and to this day, like if you take me down a pitch black road and we're driving and you turn your lights off, I will start having a panic attack.
I've done that once.
And it's pitch black. I don't like it.
It's
don't like it because the chances of turning your lights on and there being something in front of you. No, ma'am. No, sir. But also, I also have this fear of like you crashing into something, like missing a curve or something. Like if we're stopped and you want to turn the lights out, I'm okay with that.
But driving, I did that once. I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah. There's this tunnel you can go drive through back home, and it's like a big culvert type tunnel, so it's like those ring type ones, and we used to go in there and turn the lights off and just sit, and like you hear some echoes from the tunnel, and it's like it's creepy because you don't know what it is, and it's like, is it a little rat running around here, or is it a little ghost or something?
The ghosties.
But yeah,
that's nice. The children stayed to help push people over.
Yeah.
They're like these idiots. All these idiots stopping up here.
Yes. I want to say that I tried it. I want to say I tried it because where my grandmother lives, there's a train that goes through there pretty close to her house, and you have to go over some railroad tracks. I want to say I tried it there before.
Oh no.
But I might have been a teenager. And no.
Yeah, no one pushed you off the train.
Nobody pushed me off. But I also wasn't prepared to stay there long enough to try. No. I would have had to like research the train schedule and like be there when a train is passing by so that I know another one's not going to come right away.
Trains are so dangerous.
I know, it's terrifying.
Yes.
But yeah, so we had a kind of a short story for you guys. I know that our episodes have kind of been lengthy here lately, so I hope you appreciate the little break that we gave you.
And me, please.
yeah, and our little editor here, Val. I know she'll enjoy editing this one because it'll be a breeze. But yeah, so we hope you enjoyed it. It's, for us local Texans, have you ever been to this, the haunted train track in San Antonio? And do you plan on going now that you've heard the story? And, if you do, send us pictures, send us a video, and let us know.
Yeah, and if you have like some kind of legend like this in your town, let us know what it is.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Yeah. I would not mind like covering some different legends.
Yeah, that'd be
across the globe.
Yeah, especially across the globe.
Yeah. All right, we have a question for today.
Yeah.
All right, lay it on me.
So, what was the last show that you binge watched?
Mine is called it's called The Wilds on Amazon Prime, and I'm so mad at the way it ended right now. It's only 2 seasons in, but it had me hooked. It was really, really good. Really, really good. It's kind of like Lost vibes.
Oh, okay.
But I've never seen Lost.
Oh.
I've only seen bits and pieces of Lost. I know that they get like stranded on this island, and they have to like fight for their life there and survive or whatever. But this one's like, it tells you in the bio that it's some sort of, is that what it's called, bio? It tells you in the description that it's like, it's a social experiment where these teenage girls are stranded on this island, and like, it's pretty upfront and straightforward that they crash there, and it's staged. The crash is staged, but the reality of them surviving, like survival, is real. Picture it like Naked and Afraid, but they're not naked, but they're definitely afraid. And
they're not naked, but they're afraid.
It's so good. It's so good. And then I finished season 2 today, and the way it ended, I yelled, I screamed. I was so mad that they ended it like that I have to wait for season 3. Hopefully there's season 3.
I hate watching things that aren't all the seasons aren't out yet.
Well, I didn't like put that together because I'm the same way. I didn't put that together. That's why I like watching The Circle. I'm kind of like, wait, are all the episodes out yet? Because I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I want to know. I want to finish. I want to be able to finish the whole show. But I was like, maybe it's one of those that I can come back to whenever the season 3 is out. Nope. It's good. You should watch it.
Okay, yeah, I might have to binge that next.
Yeah, it's good. What about you?
I just finished binging the last season of Ozark. So good. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch it?
I've watched it, but I haven't watched the last season.
So, but you're caught up?
Yeah, I started it, but I think I was a little confused because I couldn't remember. So I have to get back. I have to like rewatch it. I haven't gotten to it because my mind's not in the mindset of it yet. Oh, yeah. If that makes sense.
This was a good season. Man, I can't believe it's over. I'm heartbroken.
Uh-oh.
I'm heartbroken it's over.
Yeah.
Because, how you gonna end it like that?
I think they just hit your car. Look, they stopped. I'm just kidding now. They stopped probably because a car's coming.
Oh, so they're leaving?
Yeah, they're leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a car. Okay. I was like, wait, maybe they didn't hit your car.
Well, my car probably would have went off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've watched recently.
Vincent might have spoiled something for me, and I hope it's not true. What is the last show that you binge watched, or what are you currently binge watching? We need some ideas, you know. But yeah, what do you watch? Let us know, and let us know about the San Antonio railroad tracks and your thoughts on that.
Thanks for listening, and subscribe, hit the like button, everything else.
If you have any thoughts or ideas that you'd like for us to cover, send us a message on our Facebook page, drop a comment on our YouTube channel. You can also email us if you want to, theradiumgirlspodcast@gmail.com. And leave us a review if you can, and subscribe, turn on all notifications.
So thanks for listening, and as always,
stay curious.